Yo,
I
but
want
I
that.
will say though, real quick, that because I watched the documentary obviously, and then like there's people also who have been close to the stove that had things to say about the documentary. One person in point is this guy named Touré, who's like a journalist who's been in the game for a long time, even worked for the Rolling Stone, and he was blowing holes through some of the theories and things that was mentioned in the podcast. I mean, not podcast, but the documentary, like one of those things about Puffy getting Biggie taken off the Rolling Stone cover. He was like, yo, I worked at the Rolling Stone at that time. Biggie was never going to get that cover. We weren't even really putting rappers on there like that. Like Diddy had that smash song, and his energy was just so hot at that time. They're like, yo, we got to put Diddy on the cover. So like he shot holes in that. Then also was talking about the Quad Studio thing, which could be up for heavier debate. But like there's some things that were true about the documentary, and there's some things that were like, all right, cool, you got to check the source and the motive of the person who was doing it. But I think I'd probably say largely 80% of that stuff is accurate.
I mean, and Netflix is a huge company, and 50's no dummy, especially, and he doesn't really lose legally. So I think a lot of stuff has to be checked. You can't just put a documentary together, because I'm actually working on one right now that I'm doing an expose on a situation. I'll have to tell you during the break. But like I've been working on it for over a year, and like you can't just say anything, or it's even difficult to getting it bought. And we had conversations with TMZ, and they were like, we like this, we like that, we like this, but we have to be able to prove this. Like we had to enlist the help of a retired FBI agent that helped bring down the mafia. And he was major. And then he has to check everything. So it's not as easy as you can't just go on there and just put that out there with a lot of slanderous or libelous stuff on there. Like, so I don't know. Maybe Touré didn't have all the tea on what was happening at the company. What was his position back then? Was he just a reporter? Did he know the ins and outs?
He literally asked the guy who was in charge for approving the people, and because I wanted to believe everything in the documentary. I'm like, damn, this dude's
I believe 50. I believe 50's versions of events because they fit my narrative, and they make me feel better about hating Diddy right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess allegedly Jim has now paid the rent, which is very exciting. 50 posted something about it where I think he shouted out the owner of the building, like shouted that guy's name, and something about call me if they don't pay again or something like that. I also just wonder, how much time does 50 Cent have? He's very busy with all of his business ventures. How does he find out who's hating on him these days?
I feel like he
very
probably
much on social media.
wakes up, checks social media.